It's 13,000 years ago, and a shepherd in the Fertile Crescent nudges her wild goats to stay close. This small act sets off a chain reaction that reshapes the entire world. How did some societies sprint ahead, conquering continents while others barely left the Stone Age? It's not about race or genius. It's geography, germs, and steel, but why? Stick around and you'll see how the fate of humanity was decided by where and how we lived. What if taming a couple of plants and animals was the smartest move in history? The jump from hunting to farming wasn't just progress. It rewired society's destinies. In the Fertile Crescent, between the Tigris and Euphrates, ancient people first domesticated wheat, barley, sheep, and goats around 9500 BCE. Unlike elsewhere, this region's wild plants and animals were ripe for taming, which gave its inhabitants their first taste of stable food sources and permanent settlements. Think of domestication like unlocking nature's toolbox. Just as a carpenter picks tools fit for the job, early humans found species with traits ripe for selective breeding, plants that grew in dense clusters, animals in herds. It was about compatibility. Not all species can be shaped into useful food sources, and geography handed some areas better tools than others. Stable food meant more than just surviving, it sparked a cascade. With reliable crops, populations ballooned, freeing some folks from farming to invent writing, metallurgy, and religion. Suddenly, societies weren't just scraping by, they were building civilizations, all from a larder stocked by geography's gift. What made some invasions brutal and others barely noticed? The secret weapon wasn't just steel swords, it was invisible armies inside human bodies and shiny new tech. When Europeans first landed in the Americas, they didn't just bring weapons but diseases like smallpox to which Native Americans had no immunity. Entire civilizations wilted, up to 90% sometimes wiped out, not by force of arms alone, but by germs hitching a ride on conquest. Steel changed the battlefield like no other metal before. Harder and sharper than bronze, it gave Eurasian societies a brutal edge. Imagine a bronze dagger next to a gleaming steel sword, one shatters the other. This technological leap owes as much to available resources like iron ore as to long-standing smelting expertise. Once a society mastered agriculture and metallurgy, new technologies spread rapidly across connected continents. Like wildfire jumping from tree to tree, ideas fueled conquests, social hierarchies, and empires, reshaping entire world maps in a few centuries. Why did some societies keep advancing while others stayed stuck? It wasn't luck. It was geography playing a long, quiet game behind the scenes. Eurasia's vast east-west axis allowed crops, animals, and innovations to spread efficiently because climate zones remained consistent across longitude. Compare that with the Americas' vertical north-south axis, where massive climate shifts slowed diffusion, limiting early agriculture and domesticates. Mountains, deserts, and oceans acted like checkpoints. The Sahara blocked north-south movement in Africa, the Andes fractured South America. These natural barriers isolated groups, like islands on land, creating pockets of slow development or cultural divergence. Ultimately, geography didn't just shape what people ate or fought with, it shaped history's entire stage. Societies started with different decks of cards, and those dealt better geographic hands laid the foundation for global dominance, unraveling myths about racial superiority once and for all. Remember that shepherd nudging goats in the Fertile Crescent. That simple act set a chain reaction still shaping your world today. The real story isn't about any one people's brilliance, but about wheat grains, migrating germs, and mountain ranges deciding fate. So next time you think about why, try spotting the invisible hand of geography. It might just change how you see history and your place in it. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.